For this episode of Let's Play Together, after I finished recording my visits to these two cities, I noticed during my rendering that I was getting a bit of audio feedback throughout half of my visit of the first city. To me, it doesn't seem like it detracts from the video. You can tell that it's there, but it doesn't seem like it detracts from the video too greatly. But let me know, and I'm happy to go back and redo my visit to the first city. But I always like to record my very first impressions of a city when I visited. But let me know. I'm happy to go back, and I apologize for the audio issues of the first city. Well, welcome back to more Let's Play Together, where we are visiting your cities. Here we are in Let's Play Together 1, our first region of our fourth server. And over the last couple of episodes, we've started over here and we've visited these four cities. And we're still on this side of the water. We've got two more cities to visit, and then we'll be working our way over there to visit some cities. But yeah, I'm excited. I've got my cup of coffee. I've really enjoyed these cities so far. Really nice layouts and great feedback. I believe I've heard from the mayors of all of the cities so far. So wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, let's get started looking at some cities. And here is our first city of the episode. All right, so here we are. We've got a really nice looking city. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Nice. So, the first thing that jumps out at me, let's pause. We may pause from time to time. It looks like the city is, but I'll let it play because maybe it just needs to, the simulation just needs to catch up. But it looks like looks like we're going, we'll see. All right, so how do we get in? Okay, there's the entrance. Right there. All right. Now, first things first. Wind. Wind is blowing in that direction, so my industry hopefully is, yes, wonderful. All right, so industry is there. I do want to look at the line of cars. Is this city dependent on an industry? Okay, so the city is working on a specialization. Now this looks like, okay, oil. Consumer electronics, processors. So getting some of the resources. Omega, a little bit of everything. All right, so it's set to export. That's set to export. All right, we just went up. Okay, good. Good. Well, Okay. Sometimes you just have to let it run, but I'm still... Wait, the music's gonna swell. So if you've got... Look at the processor trucks. Let's start there. Look at that. The traffic in the city itself. I don't think it's that bad. Look at this. So throughout the city itself, just a few areas of red. But look at the highest concentration. So when you're coming into a city, from either direction you have one lane in and one lane out. And when you come into a city, so they are met with a stoplight here. Then beyond that, a four-way intersection. So I know this is pretty to look at. I mean, you've got the roundabout there. As an experiment, if I were working on this city for just a few minutes, I would demolish this. Just as an experiment, I would demolish this, and instead of an intersection here and a four-way intersection here, I would take this highway and then just run it to this roundabout. And then this neighborhood connected to, and then just see if that changes. And I already know the answer. It would. These intersections right at the entrance of the city are they're hitting the city pretty hard, I believe. All right, we got nice layout. That's cool. Look at that. Maglev running through the... Now, you could not have done the bridge. You could not have done that bridge much higher. But Maglev running right through the bridge. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. All right. Yeah, I see a little bit of everything. So we've got an academy. 12%. Look at that. staffed to the max, getting real good research speed and real good control net. Look at these. A lot of high wealth employees. Are they here? Yeah. Now here's what I like. Look at this. So this means when they leave to go to work, in very close proximity are things that this mayor wants to be staffed with high wealth. So as they're filtering to other locations, this is getting it first. Awesome. Awesome. Got some tourism. Yeah, periodically. Look, budget problems periodically. So I have two thoughts. Let's look at the city, and then I'll go over the. All right, let's. Okay, so we've got. I thought there was more. Yeah, there it is. So we've got this. Yeah. How many people are visiting? The music is kind of like you can. It's like the music is sneaking up. So, so we're doing processors, consumer electronics. I saw an HQ. That's a trade HQ. Electronics HQ. There's a Omega. That's my tech level. Nice, nice tech level. Community college. Grade school. High school. Okay. Just a few more moments, and then the music will die down. Oh, nice. Are people visiting via the? Okay. There. Traffic again. So this city in many ways is a collection of everything that you can do. Tourism, Omega, Mega Towers, Academy, processors, trade ports, all the schools, grade school, high school, community college, multiple HQs, trading HQ, electronics HQ, Omega Co HQ, almost 300,000 residents. And I almost think as the mayor, I would have gotten two city plots close to each other and kind of share because one Omega factory is, whoops, so 8% of the city. With a city of this size, you could go absolutely outrageous with Omega, and the profits would be just off the chart. And with a city of 300,000, so dependent on this, my tourists, my deliveries, my exports, because it's 1 p.m. and we got that line of cars. It died down just ever so slightly, but now it's back. Taxes, wait, are the high wealth? The high wealth, they're happy about it for right now, but that 11% tax is on the border of too much for the high wealth. I wonder if the mayor did that in response. This is fine. This could be 12. But the city, we let the city run. We were at 250,000. We went up briefly to over 300,000. Now we've dropped to 213. We're at 200. If you are the mayor Has this been, because sometimes when we log in to visit, we're not getting the true picture, but I think at this point, I think we are. But if you're the mayor, is this something that you've been experiencing? And if you're the mayor, just for the sake of actually, if you're the mayor, get rid of this. Try to make this one continuous curve to get rid of this light. Let's see, how would everybody from over here? You're not, your oil is running out potentially. Your oil is running out, so that oil well is just taking up space. You're getting some oil, but this could go and then run another road to the roundabout and see what happens. They're happy. The people in the city are happy. We bounced back up. The sale of the processors. The processors are keeping this city afloat. You're flying in. Look at that. Flying in. Keep an eye on that. Well, you're only flying it into here. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on in this city. And a lot of what this city needs to come from outside of the city. No crude oil. So your oil refinery industry. Yeah, you need to import. Are you importing it? You're exporting. If you're the mayor, import your crude oil. Get rid of that. That's no longer do. Import your crude oil. How are germs? Yeah, friendly suggestions. These are just friendly suggestions. Import your crude oil. See what happens. Just get rid of that. If it's a sharp right-hand turn, you get a stoplight. If it's a curve, there is no stoplight. Take your taxes. 10, 11, 12. Close down. Grade school, 2 grade schools and the high school. There's 26. Roughly, just roughly. $58. So 5,000, almost 6,000 simoleons is being spent on a high school and 2 grade schools. Create an annex. Look at that. You're spending $500 on that community college. $1,250 on that community college. Try that. See what happens. If you're the mayor, give that a shot. And once again, this is just friendly advice. I always preface that by saying friendly advice. But in the time that we've been visiting, oh look, nice. So a television went out, a television shipment, and a couple of processors. But this monthly kind of keeps you right on the fence, back and forth. I see we just went negative again. And some of that's imports. But look at this profit loss, 11,000. And I just mentioned 6,000 of it. That's what I would do. I would love to get feedback. Let me know what your thoughts are. We can come back and visit. If there is a mayor, I don't think anybody so far is working on Omega. If there is a mayor that has a connection to this city that could send multiple Omega trucks, once again, it's going to be a struggle getting in, but all right. Well, the people that are in the city are doing well. They're happy. It's the financial part of the city And it's dependent on connection to the outside world. I can't tell you how cool this is. Look at this. That is cool. Just the levels, the layers. You've got this for the train. Then you've got this bridge. Then you've got the maglev. That is cool. Not a bad weight. Not a bad weight. Yeah, those that that would be that would be my recommendation. Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, like I said, friendly advice. This is just friendly advice when I visit a city and I see things that I can comment on. That's what I would do. Cool. Cool city. Really cool. Look at this as the sun comes up on this city. Look at that. That is cool. Nice. Boy, that's a nice looking skyline there. Really cool. I see some landmarks. All right. So, first and foremost, wind is blowing in that direction. Where's my industry? There's industry. Good. Good. All right. Now, how do we get in? We get in here. All right. So, much better. So, if there are two things that I can impress upon anybody, especially if a person is just now starting SimCity or struggling, the wind can make or break your city. Because if that wind is blowing germs and pollution onto your residents, and now you're playing that game of catch up, always having to have hospitals instead of clinics, and you're spending so much money on that. That's number one. And number two, if you will think about no matter where you live, if you think about your city and you think about whether where you live it's called an expressway, a highway, and an autobahn, whatever it is, you're not going at those speeds of an expressway, and literally that expressway runs right. 1 second, this is about to there. And that expressway literally runs right into, but there is a transition between expressway, and I know that temptation, you start and you get this highway into your city and you immediately start making intersections right. And if you think about real life, I think the music has died down. All right. But look at this. So they're still lined up. But we're getting into the city so much nicer. And the reason why they're lined up is they all want to make that right hand turn to get to industry. Now, this is one where a roundabout, but this is still so much. So not a four-way intersection, just a intersection where they turn right. That's their only choice. Turn right, only choice. There's a left. And I'm going to consider that the end of the, and then you kind of, but that's a T intersection instead of a four-way intersection. Yeah, look at that. 8 a.m. I'm still going to have some red because it's a 215,000 population. Once you get up in population, but my entrance to the city is kind of a lime green, if you will. This is a lot of people trying to get to work or get to this industrial location. But this is just a nice constant flow. Would I prefer no traffic lined up? Yes, but this is a nice, making sure there's no arcology. All right, sometimes an arcology will do that, will create that crush. 8:30 in the morning, we're starting to go a bit orange. Just a couple of four-way intersections. The city is heavily dependent on that intersection right there. All right, so we got ourselves what looks to be trading HQ, smelting, recycling, ore mine, advanced ore mine, closed, full storage. You'll see that's not spending a lot here. Exporting everything. See that compared to the last city. This is very strong, very healthy. You know, focus on one or two things. Do those things extremely well. All right. We got residential. Oh, I like that. I tell you, the mayors of these cities in this particular region, they're just little design touches that I'm loving. Like the city that we just came from, that multi-layer road, bridge, maglev. Look at that. Nice. Nice. All right, so we've got I'm pretty sure I know I saw yeah, we've got a little bit of tourism. We got a lot of tourists trying to get into the city. So we've got checking out the sites, low wealth. Look at that. That's a high wealth. People are coming into the city. People are getting off the bus. They're really liking this. They're walking up and down this street. They're shopping there. What else are they? They're the high wealth. Let's see what the high wealth are doing. They're going to the Empire State, aren't they? Is that what they're doing? No, they're driving. Look, they're all checking in. They're all checking into Holly Towers. Nice. Oh, they're going here as well. Look at that profit. Look at that. Is there a bus stop? Yep. Your high wealth, you're going to get some high wealth coming here. And I know I saw another. Did I see another one over here? No, train over here. I don't see a lot of medium wealth. Wait, let's see. Am I just missing it? Yeah, it's mostly low wealth. Then your next group is high wealth, then medium. I noticed I didn't see a lot of orange. I see a lot of yellow, which is low wealth, and I see kind of what I would call that this darker color here. Got a few more. See that? See all that? All of that is, those are all tourists. All right. Spending I needed to wait for the music. I believe spending less, but getting more out of education. If you think that the simulation wants you to have a grade school, a high school, a community college, and a university, if you think that the simulation is moving students through the grades like that, that's not how the simulation works. A student is a student is a student. They will go to, you can have just a university in the city and they will go. So if you're having financial issues and you've got all of those different schools, that's part of what's happening from a financial standpoint. $12 p.m. We still have some wait, are there any red? No red. Maybe a slight red there. 215,000 residents, and the difference is traffic. That's the difference. Yes, they're still lined up, but they're getting in so much quicker. I wish a delivery. I would love to see an export. I would love to see an export take place. Oh well. All right. So, what's being researched? Needs a research project. %84 approval. So there are no industrial buildings. It's just a specialization. Is that what that? Is that why that's showing as 0? There's one. There's one industrial building. Is that it? No, there's more. Look at that. Interesting. Good. 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 A little over 1,200 students not enrolled. That's probably, but there's still one more class to go. So most of the, okay, so this may be a new home, but you see how it's not green. The building, so this building may be a new building. As students go to school and come back successfully, yeah, we've got multiple residential buildings that have not started to turn green. And then I saw some that have turned green, but a lighter shade of green. And when you have that, you can put a bus stop and see if you can get more students. And the other thing that you can do, well, they're nice. They're pretty nicely spread out. You've got community college there, community there, university there, so they're nicely spread out. To me, it's just getting them. You know, if a building, we miss going to school. Bus stop. I'd try a bus stop. Where's the other? Look, these great places to shop. And these may be new buildings. They may have just converted. Great places to shop. So it may just be a time. We may have just logged in as these are changing over. But overall, 4 out of 5 education, 3 out of 3 tech. You're almost out of coal. Almost out of coal. Pretty much out of ore. What's going to happen is you're going to transition from, because right now you're doing it all within the city. So some of this is going to go away because you're going to go from exporting to importing. But it doesn't. Once you're at 41 million simoleons, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yep. This is a nicely balanced city. Very high population. That's doing a good job. We're almost at that 5 p.m. Much better traffic there. Look at that. Yeah, that's one of the big differences with a city is that traffic control. Good job. Good job. Yeah, at some point you're going to need to start importing. At some point. You're still. Well, that's a good problem to have. Full storage. That's a good problem to have. Good job. Nice. We're going to be going across the water. We have visited all of these cities. Next time, when we come back, we're going over there. This is nice. Good job.